Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Despite the staggering number of abandoned projects it has recorded since its inception in 2001, the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) has successfully executed some life-transforming projects in Nigeria's oil-rich region over the years. Correspondent Chika Bodozie reports that the Commission's intervention in education and capacity development has in the last 6 years impacted positively on communities, particularly those in its host state of Rivers.
In line with its vision to offer lasting solutions to the socio-economic difficulties of the Niger Delta and facilitate rapid and sustainable development of the region, the NDDC has implemented several programs in education and manpower development since 2001. Some 6 years ago, the Commission commenced a new phase of its intervention in the education sector with the building of schools and renovation of dilapidated ones across the Niger Delta. A major beneficiary of this intervention is Archdeacon Crowther Memorial Girls' School in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. As part of its intervention in the school, the NDDC constructed internal roads to give it a facelift. The Commission also made a donation of books and several dozens of desktops and went further to equip its science laboratory.
Part of other things that were donated is this giant skeleton. We have this other sonometer. We have the lab stool. We have fans that were donated to us. Stove was donated. Likewise, we have lab coats that was donated to us.
We see NDDC as friends of this school. NDDC has done so much in the years past. We are like Oliver Twist. We think that NDDC can do a lot more for a school such as this.
As part of its efforts to promote basic literacy in Rivers State, the NDDC some years back built the Bodo City Primary School in Gukana local government area and renovated a block of 6 classrooms at St. Paul's Primary School in Port Harcourt City local government area. Obviously, this intervention was born out of the need to address the challenge of inadequate funding, which has for many years prevented the country from attaining its education goals as spelled out in the National Policy on Education. Under the leadership of Mr. Effiong Akwa, Interim Administrator and Chief Executive Officer of the NDDC, the Commission has equally invested in education and capacity development of youths in the Niger Delta. In May this year, the intervention agency flagged off the donation and distribution of essential science equipment to 46 schools across the Niger Delta in Warri, Delta State.
This act of generosity displayed by the Commission towards the education of our children in our schools in the various science subjects would reinforce the human capital development at the post-primary school level. It will enhance the teaching and learning processes and undoubtedly stimulate students' interest in science subjects.
In its determination to drastically reduce the increasing army of unemployed persons in the Niger Delta, the NDDC few weeks later facilitated the graduation of 200 youths it had trained some 2 years ago in information communication technology. The youths had been trained in diverse aspects of ICT, including hardware and basic networking, open source technology and digital marketing, but could not graduate due to non-release of funds for their graduation and certification. It was a challenge the NDDC boss took upon himself to address in the best interest of the Niger Delta region.
Today I'm participating on this graduation ceremony. I think it's a plus to the interim administration and the East management that has come to bring this program today to a logical conclusion. I'm very happy about that.
The Commission is assuming its statutory and mandatory role in helping to spearhead this revolution in the Niger Delta. That was why I quickly took on the challenge and discharged our obligations on this program, so that these youths the hope of the Niger Delta of tomorrow could earn their certificates and begin to add value they will towards improving themselves and their families and towards the sustainable development of the Niger Delta region.
In furtherance of its vision to improve the lots of Niger Deltans and stabilize their communities politically and socially, the NDDC has concluded plans to train about 3,000 youths to acquire relevant skills for absorption into Train 7 of the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas (NLNG) project in Bonny Island. Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, making a difference.
Inside the Niger Delta,